You ain't gonna be over here thinking you can sing and shit. Forevermore. Yo, go fuck. Yo, get your goofy ass out of here. Forever and ever and ever. Come on. You on YouTube singing and shit?
Patty versus Gladys.
You on YouTube right now, getting picked up to my forever.
I'm gonna get signed.
Sound like a motherfucking cat.
You keep singing.
McLovin.
On YouTube too?
Oh shit.
About to get a deal.
About to get a deal. About to get a deal. Why I can't find it? Here we go. Your channel. Playoffs. Share. Yo, I told Harold Burgers he made the odds, and as soon as I told him who he played, he went DuckTales.
Yeah, no, he ain't hit me back.
Wildcard talk. And we are locked the fuck in. Yo, my right hand been itching all day. It's a good thing. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me get a microphone check on Falk.
1 2 1 2.
Yo.
Yep, Falk good. Yo, Booney. Yep, Booney good too. We in the building. Building big business. I mean, I guess the first conversation when we starting off the first wild card. First of all, how y'all feel about this season, man, and what's going on in Madden 21 itself? I start off with you, Falk. Overall, coming into the end of the first year, what's your take on the league?
I mean, I got two takes on it. I think the league is running phenomenal. Can't ask for a better league as far as the competition, the competitors, the lack of sensitivity, and just the willingness for people to have fun and take a joke. It's like a fresh breath of air, just with some of the new guys we got in the league, and people can have fun, man. It's like we back to that 17, 18 type of vibe. So I really enjoy that. And then the game itself is quite interesting because you could beat anybody, and you could lose anybody
at any moment too. At any moment.
So that makes the intrigue of the game, like it make you want to play because you don't know. You know, somebody that you used to beat by 30 points can beat you now. And somebody you used to lose to, you could beat now. So it's just real weird, man, game to game. So, you know, that's my take on it so far.
All right, same question to you, Booney, man. What's your take on, you know, from start to where we at right now at the end of the season to wild card round? You there? Are you there? Okay. Same question. Just what's your take on Madden 21 in the league right now going into the playoffs?
First off, man, Madden 21, you know what I mean, NFL 21, you know, first off, you know what I mean, want to give a shout out to my boy Lamar, you know what I mean, for getting a win today. But yeah, nah, man. But nah, man, God. Madden 21, dog, I like what they did with it. A lot of people say this is the worst Madden that they, I guess that they ran across in a long time and giving it low ratings. I think it's more realistic, man. Of course, it's bugs that they could kind of, you know, work out, but definitely, man, the competitors are great, man, and this Madden gives everybody an opportunity to win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I feel that same way. That's pretty much my take of it. Again, you know, a couple real talks ago, Unc said it, scheme over team kind of, and you can see it, and I think that's why the ratings suck for, you know, guys outside of franchise mode. Again, I think they did it by accident. I don't even think the EA creators meant to do this. I just think that whatever they did with dumbing down the user at times, and supposedly stopping a run from being super OP, and whatever the thing they tried to fix, it ended up turning this game into kind of scheme over everything. And then as far as the league, man, I can't agree more with Falk. Like, I think this is this might be one of the funnest leagues we've had since 17, man. Since starting the league, well, me starting my leagues and shit. Like, this shit chipping, and it's a fun without having to feel like you got to handcuff yourself or watch. You know what I mean? It's just the vibe is different, and I think it's because of the new guys we got in the league. As long as they stick around, man, I think we on to something, man. Very active, everybody knocking games out. Ain't really too much complaining going on. And we got some guys that's whooping ass and some guys that we expect to whoop ass not. So it's right back into a new league, new season, early on in the beginning, how things go, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I look forward to turning the game on and getting into our league or hopping in the chat just to see what's going on, because everybody seems like they locked in. All right, so my next question gonna be again, this will be to Falk, man. What do you think is going on with the run game, man? Like, the big talk was the run game is gonna be harder. It's gonna take way more skill, stick work. You're gonna have to really understand that. To like guys is out here running for 300 yards a game again.
I believe the game with the first patch, if I'm not mistaken, because running was difficult. I mean, some people could still hit the corner on the stretch, and they would have some success, 100 yards. But after that patch, it started getting ridiculous, 300-400 yards. And I think honestly, he who masters the stretch masters the game. I said that in chat a couple weeks ago. It seemed like it's back, man. And those guys that's running it, whew, they got something special going on.
And my next question to you is the passing game. My look over the passing game is a lot better. But is it back to that 17 feel again, Falk, for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's still, it can be tricky though. And what I say is the passing is much more easier, and I encourage people just to push themselves and just try it. You're going to throw picks, but some of the things that they took out was, just the OP, like the zone could be easily manipulated again.
Right.
Which I think we was missing, in years past. And then, the user lurk is not there. Where if you had a dominant user that was just good, they could sit on 3-4 routes and bounce off to this route and come back that way and pick it off. That's out. But the game is real open to the short passing game. So whether it's the screens, the flat routes, the drags, you could literally move the ball just running those plays. It's real open to it. So I mean, I like it, man. I really like the game. Offensively, the running is, to me, is like they fixed one thing and now something else broke. They gotta get with that glitch where you hit X and they throw the tight end real quick.
Right.
They gotta get that under wraps. That's gonna cost somebody big. But other than that, man, I like the game, man. If I had to give it a grade right now, I'd give it about a 7.
Out of a 10?
Yeah, 7 out of a 10.
Right. All right, Boom. To you. How you feel about the run and the passing game? This guy might be slow as fuck tonight. Yo, Booney.
Booney!
I just waiting on you to say something crazy, you know what I mean? But yeah, now what the fuck you laughing at? yeah,
McLovin.
Love.
but yeah, nah. But nah, man, I think the passing game has definitely improved, man. Because you're able to fit the ball in places where last year in the previous Madden you couldn't do that without,
Right.
you know, what I mean, the linebacker jumping up or the safety coming taking that shit. But if they out of position this year, like it's not a chance a touchdown or it's a catch. You know what I mean? So I like that aspect. The running game, you just got to find. I like the fact that every running back is not special.
Right.
That's the biggest
Right.
thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing that I take from you. Have to be that special running back like McCaffrey or Kamara to do the fucking spectacular shit, or you just gotta be built like that. So
Right. One of the biggest attributes they put in the game was change of direction. How have any of you guys seen the effect of having a good guy with change of direction, or vice versa, not having good change of direction on maybe a running back and seen the effect of running the ball with the change of direction situation that's going on right now?
I think more so the change of direction, like pretty much having that for all the players has made a big impact because now you have D linemen who can't just fucking change direction to come get you. You know what I mean? Because if they change the direction, it's like a 50 something. You're gonna be able to put a move on them and get away from them.
Exactly.
I mean, so I think that was the biggest move is putting it on like the D linemen and the offensive linemen and stuff like that.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, so we got in the first season, most people enjoy having holes to fill in the first season. So, Fuck, I'll go to you with these Arizona Cardinals. Did you expect to get into what you are into right now, getting these Cardinals in the beginning? Sitting at 2, picking at 2, you picked the Cardinals when you had the opportunity to get the Chiefs or, another Panthers, any other team that was better than them. The challenge that you got with these Cardinals right now, would you say you picked one of the top 5 worst teams on the game?
I would definitely say I picked it. I think they might have been top 10, but once I made some trades and got rid of some guys, I definitely think we was in the top 3 to 4 worst team rosters. And it's been a challenge, man. I really, I've never given up this many points in a season. Even trying to scheme and, it's just guys just ass, their awareness and overall. And it's been kind of challenging, but it's been cool because you kind of learn about yourself. You know what I mean? You learn about, adjusting. And maybe, downs when you used to blitz, now you got to play safe because you just don't got the personnel. So for me, it's definitely been a challenge. And, I've lost some games I shouldn't have lost. But I wouldn't change it, man, because, I could have got the Browns, a ready-made team. I could have got the Chiefs, a ready-made team. But I wanted the challenge. I didn't think it would be this challenging, but, it's, we ended season 1, man. So, we like our rebuild, man. We got some picks coming.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, Boom, man, you jumped into grabbing the Eagles, right? And as is with those Eagles, they are definitely one of the top. See, I think it's a difference between looking at a good team and a Madden team. We all know the difference. I shouldn't have to break that down any further than that. But the Eagles is a good Madden team to play with, right? They got everything you want over there. Speed. They got a good offensive line. They got everything you want over there. What would you say was your saving grace to what you like to do once you knew you was picking the Eagles? Like the fact that you GM'd this year, it's something you have never done in a long time. Like you really haven't been the type of guy that trade and all that. You usually rock out first season and do it. What put you in a situation where you felt like you needed to trade and really get your GM on this year?
Well, first off, I'm a Ravens fan, so anytime I pick the Ravens in the past, I like to stick with my team. You know what I mean? Right. It's just something that I do. So being that I have no emotional ties to the Eagles, everybody could have fucking went. So that was the biggest reason. But I also knew that I needed to get a middle linebacker that I could depend on. I think out of all the free agents that I acquired, the trades, that was the biggest piece, man, was getting that man in the middle. You know what I mean? To solidify my defense. But yeah, man. Yeah, no, it was easy, man. It was easy. It was just moving some pieces around and taking some people out. You know what I mean, in the alley, and doing what you do to them.
Yeah, you strong arm. You DMX to everybody. Like you straight walked in the alleyway with a pit bull on a chain and without no gun and just sick the dog on them and robbed them. Bottom line, because you got Khalil Mack in the trade, you got C.J. Mosley in the trade, you got Stephon Gilmore in the trade, and you still got 2 first-round picks just to come along with that. Let's talk about that.
I definitely would say C.J. Mosley. I probably would say for 24 other teams in the league, they would look at C.J. Mosley as pretty much garbage, pretty much, especially because he played on the Jets. He wasn't a superstar. He wasn't an X Factor. He was a star, a regular player. So they didn't value him like I valued his talent. Now Gilmore, that's where GMing goes wrong, and this dude felt like he had to rebuild, or Gilmore was taking too much money from him or something. But I did learn, if you don't ask, shit, you can't get nothing. So I asked, and they gave it to me. The Mac deal, I don't know how the fuck that shit happened. I was just bullshitting one day, I was texting everybody trying to get McCaffrey, trying to get Henry. I'm like, fuck that, let me get Mac. And shit, he like, okay, Booney. I'm like, okay, shit, all right, bet. Bet. Let's go.
That wasn't a bad trade, though. I don't think that was a bad trade because it was like he got a lot from you in that trade.
Yeah, but I just can't tell you what I gave him because I didn't care about those players or those picks. So you can look at my picks right now, and I'm missing a second, a third, I'm missing a fifth, I'm missing a fourth, I'm missing next year picks. First round picks. So I can't tell you because, like I said, I'm detached from this team, so I don't care about that.
No doubt.
So
all right, so reading the chat right now in the chat. So we got somebody going against what Falk said about having a top 5 worst team in the Cardinals. So the comment was, bro ain't fooling anyone. Worst 5 teams, please stop. What do you got to say to that, Falk?
I mean, when you trade Patrick Peterson, you trade Chandler Jones. I think my overall Hassan Reddick. I'm taking out, D-Hop. I think we get caught up in the user sometimes versus the actual team. I don't think too many people started off with a 74 overall when they got done. So I had 380 players, 380 overall or plus players week 1. I mean, I don't know how many teams had fewer than that. So to that comment, it's an opinion, but I speak on numbers and facts. And I was a 74 overall, and I literally depleted my team. My best player was Buda Baker at an 88. Second best player was Kyler Murray at a 80. And then the third best player was Isaiah Simmons. Was he an 80? Like a 70, something like that.
So what do you got to say about?
No, I'm sorry, Devontae Freeman.
Yeah. What do you got to say about somebody saying this though, Falk? Speed and talent everywhere on that team. Nobody cares about overall. Because I would like to say my statement to that too, but I'm giving you the chance.
Speed and talent everywhere.
Nobody cares about overall.
I think I got 296 speed receivers, I believe. Kyler Murray, I don't really run the ball with him. He might got 300 yards rushing. Devontae Freeman's a 90 speed running back. I wouldn't call that fast. That's average, I would say, for a running back. 90 speed, 91 speed, 90 speed, whatever.
I would say year 1, that's good speed in year 1. Not elite, but good.
Tight end is an 87 speed.
Wide receiver, that was moving tight end. So you lose in the blocking.
Yeah. Okay. Then defense, I think my best corners are 90 speed. Isaiah Simmons is flying, but everybody else is like average. So again, I mean, these are all opinions. Whoever's posting, I think I know who it is, and it's fine. You know, just God bless them, man, and good luck to them in the playoffs.
296 speed wide receivers, 87 speed tight end proves my point already. And shit, what you was blowing him out? We got a plug puller. Let's bring him to chat and see what he got to talk about with this plug puller. Who plugged the pool? Who pulled? Who plugged the pool? Who plugged the pool? Who pulled the plug? Plugged the pool. What was the score? What was the score? We in the playoffs. Here go the controversy. All right. Well, you're gonna be up 10 going in the half.
Oh,
hell no.
Not that bad, eh?
Oh, hell no. So look, let's talk about some trades that was made earlier on in the season, man. So you know what? Before we get in that, he in chat right now. Let's talk about it. Yeah. So the rule states, y'all going in the half. What was the score? I mean, what was the score going into halftime?
Oh, it was second quarter.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like
What was it?
13-3.
How much? Second quarter, 13-3.
How much time was left?
A minute.
2 minutes.
About 2 minutes.
Right under, yeah, 2 minutes.
It was 1 minute left,
Right.
Exactly.
So if I was y'all, I would play it, start the game over 13-3, sim it to that spot, start playing at 13-3. Whoever had ball, all that, just stay right there. I would just sim through it, yo. Just sim the first half, right?
We're gonna do that shit tomorrow, man. I already told you I was gonna try to sneak it in right quick before I left out.
Well, whatever
I
case
gotta
may
get out
be,
of here, son. We just
13-3.
what time you do this shit tomorrow? I'm available down there most of the day and shit.
13-3,
Oh,
1 minute
all day.
left.
Alright, yeah, we'll just figure that shit out, man. It ain't no biggie.
All right, so back to what was going on in the league, man. So we had some trades. Let's talk about the Saquon Barkley going to the AFC West. I'll start with you, Falk. When you got Rich the Barber over there with Henry Ruggs, and then like we can't just talk about Henry Ruggs without really looking at the overall of what he's doing with the Raiders itself, right? So he traded for Carson Wentz. All of us killed that trade, thought it was the worst trade ever. But he's playing with Wentz, and this is his franchise quarterback through this league. All right, so he comes in 2,919 yards since he joined the team, 27 touchdowns, 25 picks, 57%. He under 60% completion, right? But offensively, 895 yards rushing out of Josh Jacobs, 14 touchdowns. In the receiving game, Henry Ruggs, 116 catches for 2,700, 27 touchdowns. But then you got Tyrell Williams also with 47 catches, 973, almost a 1,000-yard receiver, 5 touchdowns. And then his third receiver, 32 catches, 503, tight end with 404 yards, 4 touchdowns right now. Will we say he's a passer? He's a passer over there. Is that fair to say this coach can throw the ball with this Raider team? Anybody? Is this question for anybody?
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's a passer or not, man. Shit, we'll say that Henry Ruggs go out the game and he don't shit the bed. So I just see Henry Ruggs being a special player, one of those Hollywood Browns, you know what I mean, one of the lifetime players that's on his team that he's taking full advantage of.
I can't say if he's a passer or not, because when I played him, he just threw bombs to Henry Ruggs. So I don't know.
But that's passing the football. My thing is, it's not like Henry Ruggs is the only guy getting the ball over there. He got 3 guys over there with 30-plus catches on the season. Now Henry Ruggs is his go-to, but throwing the ball versus running the ball, he don't have a 1,000-yard back right now. So I would say he wants to throw the football more than he wants to run. To me, that would make him a passer, right? No matter if he's doing it at a high level or not, it still makes him a passer. With Henry Ruggs with all-world numbers right now. The last time we seen numbers like this was Hollywood Brown and 20. Now, with that being said, you got the Chiefs over there. That's a passing team, or will we say that's a team that could throw the ball around the park? We're not talking about just the coach. and what he really want to do. We want to know about the weapons that they got over there. That's a team that can throw the ball, right? Stretch the field, throw the ball. What we said, would you agree on that? Yeah, no, maybe so. All right, and then you got the Chargers coach over there. We all know Corey like to throw the ball. He complains all game long about the passing game right now with his rookie quarterback. So he wants to throw the ball. So 3 out of the 4 teams over there, when you line up, you're going to have to play defense in the passing game, right? And then you get the Broncos, who on paper to start the league off with got really good receivers, got 3 good receivers that they could have played with. 2 out of the 3 got traded, and Saquon Barkley comes over there. So now when you play in the AFC West, you know you got 2 games a year where you're going to get a heavy run team. So my question is, with Saquon Barkley joining the AFC West and that division, is that a great trade for Sixers, the guy that wants to run the ball all game long?
I don't know, man. I didn't even know Saquon was on this team, man, because I guess he was on vacation or whatever, and he ain't make the playoffs. But if you ain't get him to make the playoffs, you know what I mean? I don't know. I can't say it's a good trade unless he got him to actually make the playoffs, man. Because Philip Lindsay, man, I feel like he was a good back too, and he could have.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he could have probably done the same thing that he's gonna do with Saquon, with Philip Lindsay, and maybe Progress Lindsay as well. I don't know.
All right. So let's just say this: he missed 8 out of the 16 games that he played this year. He missed 8 of them. So when he comes back and plays the last 8, 296 carries from Saquon Barkley, 2,280 yards, 7.7, 19 touchdowns. So we watched him on a stretch of 30-plus carries and almost 300 yards a game once he locked in with Saquon. Now in the passing game, a lot of these numbers is tainted because it was all computer games for the most part for him. But Cortland Sutton's still there with 46 catches, 8 touchdowns. And then you got some guys that's just guys over catching the football. I don't think his receiver numbers would even look like this if it was him playing all his games and not missing 8. But what happens when you coming into a team where the 3 other guys in your division is going to throw the football, and he's not. He's going to run the ball and play defense to the point where you're throwing the ball, you start throwing interceptions, you're going to be stuck playing a football game with this guy. Does that change that division landscape of the Chiefs looking like, or the Chargers dominating that division year in and year out? Do we think this is a division where it's 4 guys over here that can win it, or are we all sold on maybe one team winning it every year?
I think they can sneak 2 in, and I think 6 was definitely could be a contender. I mean, definitely possibly get 2. Yeah, it'll vary. And then with the system, shit, might definitely get 2 now.
Yeah, I like the system. I think it gives it a change of pace over there in the West, and it's scary. Now you got a coach that got the best talent in the world at receiver and quarterback over there, but missing a running back. Now I don't know if he's actually missing a running back or he just needs Hilaire to develop. What y'all think? You think the Chiefs go draft him a running back, or do you think they're comfortable with Hilaire?
They need to draft a running back.
I don't think he's going. I think he thinks that Hilaire is too slow, is what I'm thinking.
Oh no, I'm thinking that he don't care about a running back, man. Shit, what he got all those toys over there?
Yo, folk, Panthers replied to me. He said he ready.
Tell him you gotta give me 15 minutes road talk now while I waited on him. Thanks, man.
No doubt. All right,
Panthers butt bitch.
So let's talk about. All right, so when it comes down to Saquon Barkley joining these Broncos team and what he gave up to get Saquon over there, Falk, do you like that trade? Do you think we can talk about that as a great trade for the player that got?
A player like Saquon has to really get moved for like something exceptional. And I thought at first it wasn't a lot that got sent. But then as the season went on and I seen the players and their impact, and I guess it was a okay trade. But Saquon with that coach and his scheme is, oh man.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was trying to get at. That's fucking dangerous.
With that scheme and his just that player. I mean, that's a match made in heaven. And You know, they're going to be scared if they can build around him.
Right. No doubt, no doubt. All right, so it was other trades that was made that we can't sleep on. When we talk about GM of the year right now, you know, we've been talking about Boone all year long as GM of the year type situation. But can we talk about what the Steelers did leading into the where we are right now, going into next year? All right, so obviously Eric Crouch is his guy he's gonna play with. I'm not sure if he thinks he need a quarterback or he's gonna ride out with this kid at quarterback. But I mean, McFarland, 200 rookie running back, 218 carries for 978. He only had 6 touchdowns as a rookie, but he almost was a 1,000-yard back. But the receivers he got over here: Claypool, 69 catches, 952, 8 touchdowns. John Ross, 58 catches, 866, 9 touchdowns. KJ Hamler, 68 catches, 834, 6 touchdowns. And we still got Eric Ebron at tight end with 24 catches, 332, 2 touchdowns. And then not only that, he comes into the draft with 2 first-round picks after giving up and getting a lot of these weapons over here. Looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, man, is this a legit offense going forward, fellas?
Me personally, I don't think it is until he finds who his quarterback's gonna be. Look like he started Big Ben and then Crouch. So is he looking for a quarterback in the draft? You said he had 2 first-round picks. So I think it depends on if he can find that right quarterback for a system.
He's sitting at 11, he's sitting at 14, and then he comes back in the 3rd round 3 times. 78, 79, and 90 in the 3rd round. So he got 5 first-day picks, well, for the most part, top picks in his draft, right? So of course, always. So I think the Steelers is over here building to compete with the Ravens. I think they're sticking in their division first. But the speed at receiver, man, like, I mean, you just got to talk about that. Again, Boone, I agree with you. Do we have a quarterback that can hold up right now, man? And then Anthony McFarland in the backfield. I do think he need a 1-2 punch there. But at receiver, we dealing with guys. John Ross, 98 speed, 96 excel. We know who he is. 84 overall. Chase Claypool jumped up to 82, 92 speed, 90 at 6'4", 238 pounds. KJ Hamler, 81 overall, 95 speed, 96 excel. So he kind of flying at receiver, man. Got a lot of it over here. But to get this and to have 2 top 15 picks in this draft, he had to lose somewhere. And I think on defense is where the Steelers lost that. Although they grabbed Brian Burns from the Panthers. But outside of that, I think their secondary, like, my thing is with those picks he got, he can address the secondary over here. And I think that's where he really need to get dressed over here. But would you give him a GM of the year over the moves Boone made?
I wouldn't. Let me just be honest. I wouldn't. I mean, he'll come in. He'll come in 2nd place. But I mean, for the Eagles to keep Fletcher Cox and to keep Darius Slay, and then to add the middle linebackers. I forget his name. What's the middle linebacker?
C.J. Mosley.
CJ.
And then to add Gilmore, and then to add Mack. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Right.
That's just that, and then still have 2 first-round picks.
Right.
Not 1, 2. Right now, they still have 2 first-round picks, so they still have capital to trade back, get seconds, get future picks. I don't know, man. I mean, the Ravens, Andrew made some great moves, bringing in Ramsey, but to get 3 impactful players on 3 levels of the field, I'm sorry. I don't know who beat that this year.
Yeah, I just don't see it either. I like what Albert's doing over here, and I think he's doing some good things, and we shall see going into the future. But it's just, you're right. Three stud, not like probably 3 of the best players at their position, honestly. Because see, the problem is C.J. Mosley probably would have not been looked at as a great move, but it was a great move because what he does with his linebacker, it got him from star to X factor already, and he's been playing high level for him. Then you got Khalil Mack on it, whether you put him at linebacker or defensive line, and then you got the best corner when you already had a top 10 corner on your team already, and then not lose anything, as far as pick wise. Not long, because he got out of his first and got other people's first, so therefore he got better just off of the picks alone. I don't see it. I think GM of the year definitely goes to the Eagles right now, man. What about our 16-0 coach right now? There's been a lot of controversy going on and talked about in the chat, talked about in our headsets all the time. Let's speak Falk. Talk about it right now. Packers 16-0. You didn't get to play him, you watched him play, but 16-0, man. How do you feel about Young Gunner?
He got the juice now. It's just like they said to Omar Epps. You got the juice now. He got the juice now. It's his time. He came out the gate with the game master. With his style of play, man. So. Right now, he's the team to beat, with his running ability, which he's a great user running the ball. And then, his defense, man. He did a lot of moves over there as well.
Right.
He did a lot of moves. He should be an honorable mention for GM of the year.
Right.
But yeah, man, impressive, man. Year one to come into this game and go 16-0 and do some of the things he did against some of the competition he's played. Is impressive. And I think it's just, he get a lot of flack in chat for that internet repetition play, but right now he doing his thing. You gotta give him credit, man. You gotta give him credit. He's the team to beat right now.
Yeah, I like everything he's doing over there. And bottom line, when you're winning, a lot of shit come along with it. You're not gonna get congratulated more than you're gonna get hated on. Bottom line, I watched his last game against the Panthers. I see what he's doing, play calling wise and all that. He's borderline. You can catch him in the defense a little. You got to really pay attention. Like he'll be repetitious on what he want to call on defense. But offensively, I just think he got his 4 to 5 plays that he running. He don't give a flying fuck what you running. He gonna run that shit. Same damn narrow pattern all game long, and you just got to stop it. So right now, I think he hot because he got guys throwing him 7 picks a game right now. And at the end of the day, that there's not too many people that can overcome 6 or 7 INTs. Turnovers in the game and still win that ball game. So he's killing the turnover margin. And a lot of that comes from him using those safeties, man, because he's getting a lot of shit going on with Earl Thomas and the other safety he got over there. He's just getting to the football, man. Now Boone, you played him, man. Like, is he for real?
Oh yeah, man. Like he definitely before he played this game, man, he found his play that he's comfortable with. He worked with his running back, stick game. No homo. He got that down pat. So he know how to maneuver his players. He know every move in the run game. So like he for real, man. He for real.
No doubt. Shout out to Young Gunner, man. We gotta give him some respect. Let's look at stats and awards right now, man. Let's talk about some of these teams. So first of all, let's just get to the yearly awards right now. And so Kyler Murray has finished the year flat out MVP of the league right now. Falk, want to speak on your quarterback being the MVP this year?
Yeah, I mean he had a great year. Too many picks to my liking. Some things we got cleaned up. But he had a great year, man. He developed a great relationship with those receivers and that tight end. So look forward to what they're gonna do in the playoffs.
No doubt. All right, yeah. And Kyler Murray sitting in the playoffs, man. How comfortable you are knowing that you have a very explosive offense and a defense that's super iffy. How do you feel about that?
I feel comfortable, but with my defense, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being a shootout. You know, I don't know if I'm being in a shootout because, you know, it's just tough to get stops with that defense and our awareness and everybody just being young. But, you know, we're going to see. But I feel comfortable with my offense. We just got to be able to control the turnovers. I think if we can control the turnovers, we'll be good.
No doubt, no doubt. So AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Lamar Jackson. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Kyler Murray. Defensive Player of the Year is Earl Thomas for the Packers. AFC Defensive Player of the Year is William Jackson III for the Bengals. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Jonathan Taylor, the running back for the Colts. NFC Offensive Player of the Rookie of the Year is Jalen Hurts at quarterback. Boom. This the best mobile quarterback in the league?
Oh yes, by far. Yeah, by far, man, the best mobile quarterback in the league. And not because he's better than anybody. It's just, man, his fearlessness when he steps on the field, man. Like, he don't care. He's always fighting for the extra yard. He reminds me of another quarterback, you know, last year who he lost that. But, no, he's
Oh, God. So let's talk about that other quarterback from last year that lost that, though. What did he lose? I mean, he's a 1,000-yard rusher, over 15 rushing touchdowns, a 4,000-yard passer with less interceptions than the entire league.
Hey, man, that's underachieving for him.
Really?
Don't you agree?
No, I don't. No, I definitely
you
don't
don't
agree.
think you could do better?
I definitely enjoy what he did this year. So let's well,
he could do
I
better?
have to
Can he do
decide.
better?
I have to decide. Do I want him to be a running back like you had him looking last year, or do I want him to be a complete quarterback? I think he's more of a complete quarterback right now. So is that better?
Hey, listen, man. Whatever better looks like to you, man. Hey, I'm just saying. I just asked you a question.
So I don't
That's
think
all.
he's hands down the best mobile quarterback in the league right now, like light years away from anybody else. When the guy that you deemed the runner last year is sitting right, if not better numbers than him, sitting right there with him doing exactly what he's doing.
No, I can't say better numbers. You know what I mean? I don't know. We can talk about it. We can look at it if you want to. Or
We definitely gonna look. We definitely gonna look at it. So, 4,424 passing yards for Lamar Jackson, 43 touchdowns, 19 INTs, 66%. Let's stop there and get to your guy in the passing game. All right, 4,000 yards, 64%, 51 touchdowns, 34 INTs. So go ahead, Falk. I just read both their numbers off in the passing game.
Passing yards is about similar. Passing touchdowns is about similar, but the turnovers, you know, goes to the turnovers, and Jalen Hurts had more.
All right, so now you look at this same player, and he had 155 carries for 1,369 rushing yards, 8.8 yards a carry, 20 touchdowns. Versus Lamar Jackson's 122 carries, 9.3 yards a carry, 1137 and 15 touchdowns.
I mean, Jalen Hurts won in the rushing.
Okay.
I mean, he had more opportunities. You know, but if you look at the totality of everything, the clear difference is the turnovers. But what I will say is Marmar is a seasoned vet at this point. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts was a rookie.
Yeah. And that's where I would say I would give him the edge. I would give him the edge because of that. And I agree with that. The rookie, him being a rookie and having to grow into that role faster than Lamar already having everything to better, the tools to better do all that with. I agree. So to me, the only argument is who goes the farthest in the playoffs. Period. And it comes down to.
Yeah, you know, we'll have to see that. You know, we already discussed that. You know, the NFC has the ballers. You know. So.
Right.
Yeah,
the AFC ass, the NFC the best. We understand that. So, what is Jalen Hurts trying to do this year with you as the coach, not being over there at the Ravens again, that you didn't accomplish last year? What are you coming into this year, turning your quarterback into the type of quarterback you like to play with? The MVPs you got last year with Lamar Jackson, making him the scariest player in the league. At one point, he was probably the best running back in the league. What are you trying to accomplish with Jalen Hurts?
So, man, first off, before we even get into that, man, I came to Jalen Hurts, you know what I mean, before that last game, and I asked him what did he want. Did he want to go for the MVP? He just said he want to win. He said, fuck the MVP.
Okay.
He said he want a Super Bowl. So if you notice, he only had 30-something rushing yards in that game. He didn't even try to go. He threw the ball. He said, I'm a quarterback. So, hey, it's Super Bowl or bust.
No doubt. And I mean, pretty much all the awards, MVPs, and rushing titles, and almost one of the best rushers in our league we've ever seen with Lamar Jackson. The only accomplishment he can want is to win a playoff game, to win a Super Bowl. So we in the same situation you are. Both of us new coaches somewhere else, and we looking for that same situation. So to take Lamar Jackson to the next level, because with you, he's done everything. So that next level would be getting this guy a quarterback, this guy a championship at quarterback. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So we sitting there, same thing you looking at right now, and that's exactly what we want. But now, I got away from things. Let's get over there, because that conversation, the argument was going to come. So we're going to get back to these, to the offensive NFC Rookie of the Year with Jalen Hurts. And I said Jonathan Taylor got it for the AFC. How y'all feel about Jonathan Taylor at running back, man? The coach went out and GM'd their ass off to get the best offensive line in the league right now. How y'all feel about Jonathan Taylor? Is he for real?
Well, one, he's definitely for real. But before I go into that, I want to just give the coach a shout out for they should get it. It was a lot of great GMing in the beginning of this game. Can I just say that? Yeah. I just think what Boone did was just so, head and shoulders above the rest. But we can't forget about what the coach did, man. When he really just said, you know what, I'm gonna just have the best O-line in the league, and I'm gonna just dominate y'all. And yeah, I mean, he got something special with Jonathan Taylor in that O-line, man. I mean, he's not getting touched for 5-6 yards.
Oh my God!
Get down the field.
Oh my God! I played it. I seen it. I witnessed it. It's second level or touchdown. Second level, or you don't get him at the third level, 60-yard run. For the most part, I've seen it, man. Like, I played it myself, and it was like if I didn't make the tackle at linebacker level, he was going for 40 yards pop. And that offensive line, they just get stronger as the game go along, man. And they're still young. They all locked in. He did a hell of a job understanding what guys to get so his cap wouldn't be all crazy. And he's under wraps, man. Then he went and got now the Aaron Rodgers move coming over there. Do you guys think that he really needed Aaron Rodgers, or is that something that he just does as a coach, knowing that he can get Aaron Rodgers, then send him off for a trade, and really deal with the kid Easton, who he put the superstar on?
I think for a plug and play, it was a great move because Aaron Rodgers can get him a win or two in the playoffs.
Right.
With that offensive line. Easton still need development. And certain throws, the way he runs the ball, when it's 3rd and 6 and you need that money throw, I don't know if Easton was making that. Aaron Rodgers is making that.
Right.
And then he could get back to his run game. So I think it was definitely strategic. That's why I say, man, like, it's a lot of people that did great GM stuff, man, and we just gotta acknowledge them, man. He was one of them.
No doubt. So let's get to the defensive player of the year, Isaiah Simmons, right now, man. This guy was drafted as an outside linebacker. When we started the game, he was a free safety. He's one of those guys that can play both. He started off at free safety, moving down the middle linebacker. What are we getting from rookie season to the end of the league with this Isaiah Simmons?
I mean, you getting what you seeing on the field, man. The league in tackles. Was up there in picks. One of the league leaders in picks. He started out at safety, and just the defense. And the defense is still not right, but he started out at safety. And I felt as though he could be better suited in the middle of the field.
No doubt.
And he just took off, man. He took off with tackling and making plays. So I mean, he's just only gonna get better. And you know, we're possibly looking at off all those and RDL that know Ray Lewis II in the career he had. Isaiah Simmons is trending that way if he keeps it up.
No doubt. I agree. I definitely agree. Now, L'Jarius Sneed for the Chiefs, man. When you talk about the Chiefs, you talk about their explosive offense. But they got a guy up here that had 15 INTs at the safety position right now, L'Jarius Sneed. Falk, you always said it, man. Crack plays really good defense. That's the one thing you give him credit for, playing good defense. How does that fit with him having the Chiefs team as an overall?
Well, Sneed is a dog, but it's also the user. Crack definitely understands concepts, and I want to say probably about a good 90-95% of the time, Sneed is who he's using. Sneed is who he's using, or he's putting him in a position to make the play. And he got him as a ball hawk, whether it's man press or whether it's cover 3 buzz or cover 3 flat, and he's just, he's playing the percentages. So, if you got trips right, something's coming left. You got trips, left, something's coming right. I mean, it's simple when I say it, but to always be in perfect position, which normally Crack is with his user, is a testament to him, and that's what he does with Sneed. He's using Sneed a lot, similar to what I'm doing with Simmons. He's seeing the productivity.
No doubt. All right, with 15 INTs, that's impressive. So, offensive player, best quarterback in the AFC starts with Lamar Jackson. In the NFC, Kyler Murray. We get the running backs. Best running back in the NFC was Aaron Jones. And we started off with the Packers throwing the football, and it was all about Devontae Adams and T.Y. Hilton. And then out of nowhere, next thing you know, X Factor's on Aaron Jones, and he's right now the NFC's best running back, man. Without the carries of the Mozart, the Mosterts, and some of these other guys with 30, 40 carries a game right now, Aaron Jones is leading the NFC right now. You get the best wide receivers in the NFC. DK Metcalf. Fuck, you got two 2,000-yard receivers this year, both of them with 20-plus touchdowns. Is the passing game back to 17 for you?
It's about 83% there. It's about 83% there. We're still trying to develop those guys and get them at their optimal best. So the sky's the limit. I mean, when those guys really get developed, year 3, year 4, I think you'll see more. You'll see more of that. We're just scratching the surface on what we could do. So yeah, I mean, about 80% there.
What do you got to say about Henry Ruggs III, man?
Oh, man, most electrifying player in the league. I got to get a good the user credit on this. He's a Chiefs fan. Shout out to Rich. He's a huge Chiefs fan, and anytime he gets Tyreek Hill in another league, he always makes them great. And we kind of knew he was going to make Ruggs great, but we didn't know he was going to do this. I mean, special, man. Special.
Yeah, 27 touchdowns, 116 yards, almost 3,000 yards receiving. This is big time. When you get to the offensive line, obviously Quentin Nelson sitting on top of the stands when it comes down to AFC. And the NFC, the number 1 guy over here is Jason Kelsey at center. Get to the D-line, NFC. Kenny Clark, D tackle who's known as a goal line run stopper, is sitting on top of the NFC defensive line right now, man. I'm going to talk about McKinley because Onk missed his last game, and he was definitely dominating when it came down to sacks over there right now. So I'm going to give both of these guys a shout out right now because he got the forced loss in the game that he probably should have been able to play and see what he could do over here. But Kenny Clark at D tackle, man, sitting at number 1 is solid to me. I think that's really, really good on what he's doing over there. In the AFC side of things, defense, best D lineman in the AFC is Calais Campbell. 34 tackles for losses out of Calais Campbell, fuck, man, at a D tackle position. That unheard of?
Man, it's like fine wine, man. He's just getting better. He's just getting
crazy.
better.
34 years old, got 34
he's just
tackles
getting
for
better,
loss.
man. I mean, yeah, good luck running up in the middle against you.
Man.
He just, you know, he's dominating, man. And I don't know, we've seen that at that age, what he's doing as far as the run game, and
Right.
then just shutting it down. Yeah, that's special.
All right, so when you get back to the AFC, you go best linebackers, man. The Chiefs got Willie Gay Jr., the rookie, on top of the AFC right now. Like, not only is he doing it with Snead, he has another rookie, and these guys are the future of this football team, man. Sitting at 1 in interceptions, and now you got Willie Gay sitting at 1 on defense right now at linebackers. I'm very impressed with what the Chiefs are doing defensively. Again, Isaiah Simmons. I think Isaiah Simmons would have won defensive back or middle linebacker, but he's sitting at the number 1 linebacker in the NFC. When you get the DBs over here, Earl Thomas, man, in a trade where you give up Savage, a young guy that has Earl Thomas potential, and you snatch Earl Thomas up. How do you feel about the Packers balling out with Earl Thomas and Adrian Amos are 1 and 2 in the NFL and the NFC DBs right now?
He sees he wants to win now.
Right.
And, you know, to have a player of the caliber Earl Thomas back there ball hawking, you know, even though Savage has the potential to be better, he want to win now. And, you know, he's going all in. And that's why he's 16-0.
No doubt. And again, L'Jarius Sneed with the 59 Ts is the DB of the year. But we can't not ignore the fact that William Jackson III had 6 picks in one game. A user game at that. It wasn't like he played the computer or anything like that. So he's up there as well, man. So they go your award winners, man. And you get over here, you look at the best quarterbacks and the stats that's going on amongst the league. So Kyler Murray threw for 6,937 yards. So almost 7,000 yards for the season. Jesus Christ. 79 touchdowns to his 35 INTs, man. With these numbers, I guess I would say the interceptions is the one thing you would like to bring down, right? I mean, 69% completion, that's almost 70% right there, even though that's 79 and 35, that's a big number. That 35 picks is a lot, but as you can see, the entire league has been throwing a lot of interceptions. Now, Tom Brady sitting with 64 with 67 touchdowns, 57 picks. I think that's way too many interceptions versus a touchdown interception ratio. Jordan Love up there with 42 and 31. You're seeing the common denominator. But what about Sam Darnold sitting at 4th on this list with 4,524 yards? 36 touchdowns, 31 picks. But he's throwing a ball to a rookie receiver who's up there in stats as well, man. Is Sam Darnold a franchise quarterback for the Jets? That question is for anybody.
Hell nah. They'll need to get another quarterback, though. I don't believe in Sam Darnold.
Nah, you don't think Sam Darnold could be that guy?
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold's a bust.
How do we feel about Patrick Mahomes sitting at 5 right now with 4,519 yards, 43 touchdowns, 42 picks?
I mean, this is me personally, and it'll never happen. I just think quarterback is not a essential position for that user.
Okay.
I think, me personally, I think a big move is coming with one of those skilled players over there. Not sure who. Just hearing little whispers around the league that one of those big players will be on the market this offseason, so the Chiefs can trade up, get back in the first round, and get them a star running back. That's on the rumor mill. Okay. Because that's their game. That's the Chiefs' game. Defense, running the ball, and have completions that move the chain and keep you honest. That's their game.
No doubt.
Not the high flying stuff. Not the So, I think Mahomes, somebody's gonna be gone. That Chiefs team will be broken up in some capacity this offseason. Just watch.
No doubt. And then sitting at 6th place, Lamar Jackson, again, 4,400 yards passing, 43 touchdowns, 19 picks. So Lamar started off with 12 interceptions going into week 5. And then after that, he only, he threw 12. And then coming down the stretch, he only threw another 6 interceptions, right? 6, 12, 7 interceptions, 7 more picks to finish the year. Now, out of all these quarterbacks that's throwing high-level touchdowns, he's probably the only one that doesn't have 20 or more interceptions right now. I'm impressed with that, period, because I started off looking like I was going to throw 40 to 50 picks this year as well and ended up with 19, man. I think Lamar's playing good football at a high level as well. In the run game, we had a couple of backs that was 2,000-yard backs, but Mozart and Jonathan Taylor touched the ball more than anybody in the world. 349 carries, 334 carries, and then Saquon comes behind that with 296. The league leader in rushing yards right now is Mozart with 2,495. Then you have Barkley with 2,280. That's impressive for Barkley considering he missed 8 games as a coach. So he came down the stretch and went bonkers with him. Jonathan Taylor, and then you got J.K. Dobbins sitting up there too. And then touchdowns, Aaron Jones, 36 rushing touchdowns, Falk. Like, is this guy still telling us that the stretch is still there? He can still run the football. Running back got 36 touchdowns. Just doesn't have the carries that everybody else had. That's in the top when it comes down to all that. So that's that. Now let's get to the passing game right now. Receiving yards right now. So again, Henry Ruggs, all world numbers that, video game numbers, man. But then DK Metcalf, 92 catches for 2,358 yards, 28 touchdowns. Hollywood Brown, 72 catches, 2,000 yards. We got a lot of 2,000-yard receivers right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And out of the 6, you got 2. How do you do that? How do you have 2 receivers with 2,000 yards this year?
Just a lot of preparation, staying true to our scheme, and taking them open. Staying true to the scheme, and just following our reads, man. Yeah, playing from behind. When your defense is getting shredded, it gives you a lot of opportunities to have to fight back and and throw the ball, man. But I just think it's just the system. It's the system, man.
So rookie receivers are leading the league in catches right now. Henry Ruggs with 116, but Quez Watkins, this was an Eagle that was traded in that C.J. Mosley trade to come to the Jets. 110 catches, 1875, 15 touchdowns as a rookie. The other rookie that I like to talk about that's probably not up here, I'm about to slide down to, is Denzel Mims. 78 catches for 1546, 9 touchdowns. We got some rookies that's playing well this season, Falk, man, and is this the future of our league?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt, man. You got Ruggs and Mims.
And no one expected Quez Watkins to even be 110 catches. Like, this is big time.
When you got all those, you got those dogs, Paris Campbell, and
We got a lot of coaches in this league that's going to need a quarterback when it's not, at the position of quarterback right now, man. So some of these receivers are going to have somebody else throwing the ball to them coming into next season right now. But let's get away from that. Let's talk about the playoff matchups real fast, and let's get to it. I know you got a game to play. So let's get to it right now. Playoff matchups and what's going on right now. So the playoff picture, obviously we got 2 extra teams in the wild card round. So Titans Colts playing. Titans are up 13-3 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, going into halftime. This game will be picked up tomorrow. Dolphins Chiefs, I don't know when they scheduled, but they're supposed to play tonight. How y'all feel about this matchup? Chiefs, Dolphins traveling to the Chiefs.
I think whoever control the line of scrimmage will win. Right now, I give the edge to the Chiefs. Just on the strength of their team speed. But if that team speed is not used effectively, the Dolphins can sneak in there with Brady and possibly keep it tight.
Yeah, I don't think the Dolphins have the team right now to better compete with the Chiefs, period. And then you got to go to Arrowhead where that crowd going to be rocking. And we already talked about it on previous Real Talk that the crowd is a factor. And Arrowhead got one of the loudest crowds around. So I think the Chiefs pull this win out. We saw the Texans, Texans fought strong in this game. Bills ended up pulling it off 35-17. Is the Bills for real?
I believe so. I believe with their discipline in running the ball, and taking high percentage throws.
All right, so we got a rematch, 35-28 ball game that happened with the Panthers and the Cardinals. But this time the game is played in Arizona right now, man. Booney, man, I need a pick right now. Panthers, Cardinals.
I'm picking Cardinals, man. I think he has something to prove, man, and I think the defense has something to prove too. They've been pretty much playing below standard for fall all season, and I think they want to prove the world wrong.
All right, I like this game. I think it's a close matchup. I think they both bring their A game. I don't think we're going to see a lot of mistakes like we would see during the regular season in this ball game. My thing is, if the Cardinals can run the football and they can create some turnovers on defense, I can see them winning. But if they can't, the Panthers, overall team-wise, should be able to pull this win out and close. Seahawks, Buccaneers, man. The Bucs got hot late in the season with Tom Brady throwing 1 million picks and 1 million touchdowns. We like the Seahawks defense. They went from top 5 defense to we don't know what's going on with the Seahawks. But who y'all got in this game? Seahawks, Bucs.
I'm gonna go with my division mate Seahawks, and it's the unpopular pick because of the explosiveness of the Bucs. But I think the Bucs are really predictable in their style of play, and I think the Seahawks will key in on that and be effective on offense and pull the game out.
I agree. I think the Seahawks win this ball game on the road. Now let's get to the Giants-Eagles. They split during the regular season, man. Giants played a game where the Eagles could not do anything right. Everything went right for the Giants. Is that enough for the Giants to be able to sneak back in 3 games and pull out a win in Philadelphia? Anybody think so?
I don't think so. I think the Giants lose by 20 plus points.
Yeah.
I just think the Eagles, if locked in and playing their best ball, and if they incorporate the game plan they had against the Cardinals, I think they're tough to beat.
Right.
But that's the problem. It's the discipline and being able to stay that for a whole 60-minute ball game. But right now, I just think there's too much talent, man. Eagles in a route.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. Eagles in a route. I think it's going to be an ass whooping this time around, and it's going to be close. Shout out for the Giants getting to the playoffs, but I think that's where the buck stops right there. Eagles 37, Giants 17. That's that. All right, so that's our wild card round, man. That's our first matchups. We talked about those that won the MVP, award winners. We talked about stats, all that good shit. Off season gonna be crazy, man. Let's see what happens, man. This is the fun time of the year when we get to the off season, man. Let's see who's gonna lock and load. A lot of you guys gonna need a lot of these rookies to get drafted and come in and start for y'all. How many of y'all good enough to better play with 6 starting rookies and still be effective with awareness is down and these guys not coming out like real draft players? We shall see, man. I only think there's only one guy that can do it. I don't really think too many others can. So draft smart. Understand what's really great happened in this offseason, man. It's going to be one of the first, which is going to keep this league super fresh and super hot. Holla at us when you holla at us. AntHits, the real franchise guru. The real Boone Tupac is back. King Falk in the building. You know how we do. Always and always. Holla.